What is up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to Medalist, this time with episode 5, I believe it is. Looking forward to this one. I think Inori ended up winning the competition last episode. She was the last to go, and they said she had the highest score, so I assume, she's got gold. Yeah. It says currently in first place, is it? So she wasn't the one to go last, okay. I thought they said, like, maybe that was the subtitle thing. But yeah, I guess Inori didn't go last. The little cat girl's got thrust in. But yeah, do let me know what you guys think about this one down in the comment section. Leave a like on the video if you guys would like. And subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date. I like her a lot. She's so fierce, isn't she? But yeah, again, I'm pretty sure I read in the subtitles that Inori was both going last in the competition, and she had the highest score. So again, that might be the dub title issue, perhaps. I don't know. It's just lazy, isn't it? But yeah, again, loved last week's episode. It was phenomenal to see Inori stumble pretty much at the first hurdle. I wouldn't, maybe that's the wrong expression, but she literally fell over straight away. More literally. And she got straight back up and loved her performance, and I loved it, and just the passion shone through, didn't it? Trying out moves that we didn't even know she learned. It was just incredible. But even if she doesn't come first, again, we were never expecting her to come first in her first competition. And I've got a feeling she might not, now that we know that she wasn't last up. If she can get a medal, that's incredible in itself. Or even like an honourable mention, like 4th or something. Yeah, we'll see what the little cat girl's got up her sleeve. I relate a little bit to her situation there. I had something similar happen to me when, I think I mentioned this in a few videos before, when I bought like a new swimming hat, and someone took it and replaced it with theirs because they were the same, but mine was brand new. Theirs was pretty old and dirty, and they switched them, and then no one believed me about it, and then I got in trouble for saying that happened, and yeah. Never resolved it. Probably about the same age as she was, honestly. Saigo no Buki. So I think there's going to be a few cat things here, isn't there? Yeah, she's got her style figured out, hasn't she? It didn't look like too much of a mistake. Yeah, she's so disappointed and hung up on that. The exact opposite of what I was talking about a minute ago with Inori. Inori literally moved on from her first hurdle straight away. And I think a lot of people are guilty of this thought process. I am, I know that for sure. Like, oh, sorry to pause for a sec. I don't want to talk through the performance too much. Yeah, I think yeah, I'm guilty of that. Of like, you kind of question all those people that, like, if I fail at something I know that I'm good at, and yeah, it kind of makes me question, oh shit, am I really that good at that? It makes me go back and question everything. Like I thought I knew about like a subject. It's like, oh shit, do I really like know the ins and outs of this? And yeah, I get a bit hung up on mistakes like this. I think a lot of people are quite guilty at that, but again, that was what made Inori's performance last episode quite incredible. As I said, she added something at the end. She messed up the first hurdle, yet she managed to kind of, which is ironic considering this little cat girl told her to train alone for a bit. I would have thought she would have been better at kind of dealing with issues like this, but yeah, the difference in mentality is quite stark between Inori's performance and Mittens, which I don't think is her name, but yeah, between these two so far. I'm just going to call her Cat Girl because that's probably more accurate than Mittens. Yeah, hopefully she gets over it. I don't like to see this. You thinking about it way too much. She just completely got off script now. Yeah, she's. Well, again, to be honest with you, I was actually expecting Mittens to come first in this competition. It's still a good performance. She, as we saw there, though, she got so hung up on that mistake. She just wanted to get it right and get it right. So also a negative of the repetitive training, I imagine, of just trying to do one hard trick over and over and over again in training. You then have that mentality going into a competition as well, perhaps. So it doesn't mean you shouldn't practice something, but you've also got to be able to again adapt and yeah. I like the performance though. It's sad to see in her mentality like that, but done a good job. Yeah, for real. Who's this? Kid, bless her. I like the fact that she also wanted to redo how things went with Inori as well, though. I would like to see them be good friends. And again, maybe rivals. Like I said, I expected her to win this, so it's a bit of a shame to see. I agree. I agree. I really like her. Like she already kind of, well, this is proving that wrong a little bit, but she kind of already like knows who she is, if that makes sense. Like way before she should. She's so maybe hard headed is not the exact right words, but she like yeah, she's in her own ways so much that you just got to appreciate how she is. I think anyway. Again, it might come off as rude to some parents and stuff, and some people may not like it, but I'm a big fan of like this type of attitude. And again, I like I said, I relate a little bit to an extent when I was this age. I wasn't like this at all, but in terms of what she kind of yeah, in terms of that flashback that we saw. Pig-headed. Won't go that far. I don't even know what that means, actually, to be honest with you. What does pig-headed mean? What's a boon? Like, these sorry guys, these I'm complaining again. These subtitles are, I don't even know what they mean sometimes this episode. Again, I just really like Cat Girl here. I just like the way she is. Maybe it's because I can't be like that. Appreciate it more. These fucking titles, bro. It's not what they're saying at all. Like, I can hear that. What is this shit? Sorry, guys. Need to stop complaining about the subtitles, but god damn, this episode has been quite egregious in that regard. It genuinely might take me to a point where I just watch this show without them. That's not something I thought I'd be seeing today. Okay, yeah, so it looks like Inori did win. Good. Good. Although, it also might not, like, again, it's a major positive. Like I said, they don't want to. Oh, she still got podium sport. Good. That's Mike-chan. That's adorable, isn't it? Yeah, like I was just saying, like, obviously it's amazing that she won, but now it's like she might have something to live up to, if you know what I'm saying. Like, will she be able to come first in the next event? And if she doesn't, will she be more disappointed than she would be if she didn't win this event? Like a fucking hell, proper cat, isn't she? But again, it's incredible that she won her first event like that. Like, imagine that's very rare, especially for someone that started late. Oh, look who it is. Yeah, that guy. We went off to a great start with him, didn't we? So he tries anything like that again. Mike-chan here is gonna scratch him up. It's quite amazing, isn't it? Guy is an Olympic medalist, and all the kids care about is how great he's getting. He used to watch him. Okay. It's just kids' footy, though, isn't it? Here we go. Watching her perform, compete, not just perform, but compete in person. They should be quite special. I mean, I think it was even more special getting to like skate with that before, but still, this is awesome. And that's 7 times the score that Inori got. I think they're judged differently. I think I'm wrong. He's probably rooting for her. I almost thought he was trying to put her off. I think he's actually just hardcore rooting for her. Damn, that's so clean, isn't it? There's something really satisfying about those jumps. I don't know what it is. It's like a click. It's just something really satisfying about it. Like landing it perfectly. Oh, she stole the Nori's move. She's not just doing the broken leg, she's doing the crazy leg. I feel like Inori was probably inspired by her to do that move. Let's not get that wrong. Although the move probably existed for a long time. Jesus Christ, what the fuck? Yeah, no chance. Jesus Christ. It's incredible how you don't fall over bending your whole body back like that. Like, what the hell? It's like, still going. How are we going to end this? Again, I love the fact that the kids have all just gone silent as well. Damn, that just looks dangerous to me. It's like fucking hell. If your head touches your heel there, just you just got a blade in your skull. Oh damn. Jesus. Again, it says a lot the fact that these kids aren't saying a fucking word. That whole performance. That was incredible. I mean, Inori's and Mike Chan's looked great, but and they looked really smooth. But there was just like something again a bit more snappy, a bit more flamboyant about this performance, wasn't there? A bit more again, just like perfect. Kiseki. John, what? That'd be really awkward if she was like waving a song behind you. Hmm. Interesting. I mean, I can't imagine. I imagine there's some difference between moves men and women use in skating, right? I mean, usually, again, you see women and men skating together. Holy shit. Good save. That could have been life ending. Um, yeah, again, there's got to be some differences, right, in just like Oh my god. Wow, that really was a save. Jesus. Fair play. Put his body on the line. I love the music that's played this episode as well. And this moment right here, it's awesome. But during the performances, it was great. But yeah, again, what I was saying, I imagine there's some differences between what men and women kind of naturally do. Imagine any man and any woman could do a move that any other man or woman could do. Like, it's not gender specific, if that makes sense. But I imagine there's moves more so for men and more so for women. I'm not sure if that's the case. Like I said, I've never really seen too much kind of single skating, to be honest with you. Anything I've seen have been like from movies and like television shows where there's like couples skating and such. So who is this guy? He's a gold medalist. I guess that's because that is me. So is he Olympic gold medalist? Really? I mean, awesome that he knows you and knows your work. Terrible that it's one that you fucked up. But I guess there was something awesome in there for him to remember it. Hmm. So this guy did strike me as like a little bit insane, like crazy. Like obviously he's not some kind of like mentalist, but from what we saw of him, which was not a lot, he did kind of strike me as again a bit of a kind of like insane person. And I mentioned this before in the videos. Like to get to the top level to be an Olympic gold medalist, you've got to be a little bit crazy. There's got to be a little bit something wrong with you for you to achieve something like that. I think that's just the case with like pro athletes. They're just different kinds of people, different beasts. And this guy is not your everyday person from what we've seen from him so far. That's a good thing though. That's a positive. I mean, it can be a negative in like how you treat people and such. Like you see plenty of super rich like athletes and such treat people terribly. You also see them doing the opposite, treating people amazingly. But yeah, he seems like a nice guy actually. I wasn't expecting him to be a nice guy from what we saw initially. Well, maybe I was right. He's a fucking amazing teacher. So I don't. That's another thing. Like, just because you reach the top as a athlete doesn't mean that you'll be a top level coach. I mean, don't get me wrong. You could say like these people know best more than everyone and best for everyone, but they're not. Again, they don't always. That doesn't always equal the best teacher. You see that a lot in football. You get a lot of top players try to be managers, and quite a lot of them fail because it's a different beast. Yeah, again, he seemed like a decent guy. I mean, he saved Inori's life. I'm not sure if that's just like. I mean, it should be the natural thing to do, but there are people out there that wouldn't go that far. But then to tell a young girl something like that, especially again like the coach said, considering his position in the sport, is like you should never say that to anyone. Like you should be spreading the opposite message. He is being realistic though. Like I said, he's got that weirdness to him that just like probably makes him hypercritical and hyper objective. And he is, I think, just being objective and saying, yeah, it's way too late for you. Like he's kind of right in a normal situation, but there's always like miracles and stuff, isn't there, with sport? If there wasn't miracle stories and such in sport, I don't think anyone would bother watching it, because it would always be an expected occasion, if you know what I'm saying. Like if there's someone, say Magnus Carlsen, if there was like a Magnus Carlsen of ice skating, would it not get a little bit boring watching them just trounce the competition for years and not have someone miraculously kind of beat them and take over or something like that? I'm not wording that greatly, but hopefully you get my point there. And within that point, like with the Magnus Carlsen stuff, there is still a lot of interest in chess. I'm quite interested in chess. I keep up with it a little bit, and it is still really interesting watching other people compete, and people compete with him. But most of the time, you just do know like it's almost an inevitable outcome. And again, if there wasn't any stories of people like rising up and stuff like that, again, it just wouldn't be near as interesting. Like I said, I watch football a lot, and that like there was a season, I think it's 2016-17, where a team that the year before was about to get relegated from the division, the year after they end up winning the division, and it's like stories like that just like that'll get told throughout the ages, and it's just like those things are the things we remember, not so much the team that wins it like 3-4 seasons in a row, for example. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Like I said, a really good episode today. A pretty performance heavy episode, wasn't it? Seeing Mike-chan, her performance not go all that well. I was enjoying it up until like she got in her own head and she just decided to just kind of try the same moves over again, which is a bit of a shame. Kind of dampened the performance a little bit, but I really loved how kind of resolved that situation. End up clinging to Inori, which is great. Seeing Inori win first place was also awesome. Again, I wonder if that does give us something to kind of live up to now, and might alter our expectations of how events might go in the future a little bit. But hopefully it doesn't go to a head too much, and just like does the good thing and kind of giving her a bit more courage and such in the next competition. But yeah, interesting way of ending the episode as well. It was kind of sad to see this guy, but like I said, I feel like again you've got to be like super critical and super objective with stuff like this. If you are going to reach the top level, you need to cut out tiny mistakes and perfect everything, and I think that just shines through in his personality, which is not the best way to be as a human being, but in this industry that is the way again you've got to be to kind of reach the top. So hopefully again we can prove them wrong. But yeah, do let me know what you guys think about this episode down in the comment section. Again, apologies for complaining about the subtitles again. It's just awfully egregious in the first half of the episode with these like pet names for things, like I think they sound like bloober and shit like that. It's just like it's just not necessary. I don't yeah, apologies. It really annoys me hearing something and seeing something totally different. I think that's just like a human kind of connection thing, to be honest with you, rather than like a me thing. But yeah, again, do let me know what you guys thought in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. And I'll see you guys next week with episode 6.